Hey guys, so I thought I was going to talk a little bit about my learning and learning or learning. Let's call them learning experiences so far, going through this process of finding my next job. So far, I've talked to quite a lot of people. I think I'm getting a good understanding of the different types of mentalities and companies and like the things that people are looking for in general. And the for the most part, it's pretty straightforward stuff that you would expect. The one thing that I have realized about myself, which is I think is pretty great. I mean, I realized that even though I'm pretty good at this, like doing the things that I do on a daily basis, I've realized that I have a weakness when it comes to like computer science questions. I to give you a little bit of a background, I did a little bit of computer science when I first started out in my first courses at like I did distance courses online, and I did a bit of algorithms and stuff like that. But and for the most part, I'm gonna be straight with you. Like even like people at the big companies, like I spoke to Klarna, and the guy who is like he's one of the lead guys for for one of their teams. I mean, he said himself that he's a self-taught programmer and he didn't take any courses in algorithms. So he always does really horribly at these computer science like job interview tests. And what I realized about myself is that I'm similar. Like I can solve most of them, but I can't solve all of them. And I think that for someone like me, that's a bit enlightening because now I found a weak spot in my skill set. So even though I might not have to know this to do my job effectively, I think I need to I want to get better at it, not only because it will help me in a job interview situation. It's kind of like think of it as trying to apply for a really technical, like let's say that you want to be a doctor. If you want to be a doctor, at least here in Sweden, you have to have straight A's in so many things. Like the bar is just ridiculously high to be a doctor for everything. Even things that you most likely are not going to use. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the people I know who are doctors, they don't remember all of the mathematics and physics and stuff that they had to take, but they had to do well in those subjects to get into medical school. That like do you see my point? They may not have these skills as a hard requirement for what they're doing every day, but they needed them to get in. And I'm thinking that maybe I hate the idea of studying just for something as silly as proving to some company who doesn't have a really. I mean, even Klarna said that they're reviewing their testing process so that it becomes something more relevant, because a lot like us, I almost, to me, it's a red flag if a company gives me. I mean, they're asking for me for a front end developer, and their code test has nothing to do with front end. It's just basically the only thing it has to do. The only thing that's relevant at all is that it's in JavaScript. So it's computer science in JavaScript. That is not to me a very relevant test. It's like this outdated idea that your ability to reason and think in terms of computer science is going to determine how intelligent you are or how well you think about a problem. And to a certain degree, that it is true. I mean, I think that, I mean, if I learned more algorithms and more data structures, and I identify these like very abstract problems and get some nice mental tools to solve them, I don't have to be the best at it, but I think it's going to help me, reason about problems easier. You do see, like, it may not be directly relevant, but I think at the very least, I'll be better at solving these problems under pressure. Because, for those of you who are getting into the business, you should know that most of the tests that you're going to take are timed. So, yeah, we need to learn to deal with that. And I think, this has been pretty enlightening for me. So I am going to go out on YouTube and I am going to binge watch a bunch of like algorithm videos and rewatch maybe some of my old course material and and then I'll take it from there. hopefully it will, make me a better coder.